The Mandolorian continues to deliver. This time with its 5th episode, The Gunslinger. Well, might as well go ahead and embrace that whole space cowboy bit, because that's one of its great strengths. And of course, continuing with a lot of it is simplicity. Works very well, and it's just great. So here we have, continuing with the Western trope. Mandalorian comes in contact with a young doofus who at first seems to offer a certain amount of respect and, hey, I'm open to you teaching me how to get in with the big boys, and that whole thing is what happens. Here you can follow that in a lot of Westerns and whatnot. And we also get some treats for Star Wars fans. And of course, sooner or later, it seems the galaxy is not as big as we thought. We come to Tatooine and Mos Eisley, of course, and some other interesting telltale signs of the era that this takes place in, with a scene of the stormtrooper helmets on pikes or what have you. Perhaps the heads are still attached. Who knows? Which also illustrates perhaps the desperation that his original clients were, since ex-Imperial people on the run and that sort of thing, and whatever their nefarious plot for Baby Yoda is. And so we open with a dogfight. We haven't had that in a while, and the dogfights in space was quite the a staple of Star Wars. But here was not so much until now, and of course it was obvious that sooner or later the different bounty hunters looking to track down Mando would obviously meet him in space, and it doesn't seem to be going very well for Mando, but he gets the drop on the guy. Now, he gets the drop on the guy with one shot, and the guy's ship blows up. Now, of course, the guy wants what he has, which is Baby Yoda, so he's at a disadvantage. He was damaging Mando's ship and trying to force him into a surrender, but, of course, Mando doesn't have any of those problems. So when he's able to put it in reverse and blow the guy away, he does just that. But he suffered severe damage and had to go to the nearest planet, which just by chance turned out to be, yes, Tatooine. And he lands there, and we run into some mechanic lady, and we get also a treat from the prequels, where the little robots are around. They're still there. And, of course, Mando doesn't like droids, so he refuses to let her use her droids in order to repair his ship, which, unfortunately, makes it take much longer. But she does it. She discovers the child. You wonder where that's going, but she's just, being more motherly towards the child, which Mando has no idea how to be. And he has to go look for some local job in order to pay for the repairs he needs for his ship. And of course, this brings him to, the scum of Mos Eisley. He visits some familiar haunts, and we run into Young Doofus. Young Doofus wants to get in the guild, and he's chasing after this Mark, and it turns out she's a well-known assassin, and so Mando explains this to him, but at the same time he needs the money, so he agrees to help out the idiot, and we get more of a tour. We run into Tusken Raiders and all that stuff, and apparently they speak in sign language. I did not know that. But we get that. And of course the confrontation with the assassin, she nearly takes them out, but Mando figures out ways to do it, and thank God for his super armor, otherwise he would have been dead a long time ago. And anyway, and eventually we get to where this woman takes on Doofus, and fortunately the fight between them is rather brief, because otherwise you're kind of thinking, well, with martial arts and whatnot, yeah, she could get the drop on him, but but it's over pretty quick, and he's pretty much saved by Mando, because, well, he is saved by Mando. Mando walks in. Thanks for the distraction. And, so there you go. Young Doofus is there to be made a fool of, which ultimately works to young Doofus's advantage as the assassin, she's captured, and they lost one of their, I forget what you call it, the motorcycle speeders, whatever, they're flying cycles, and they only had one, so Mando's gonna have to go get this animal they encountered in the show and all that. So this gives her a chance to try to talk young Doofus into letting her go, and they can team up on Mando because she suspects Mando is the one everyone's looking for, and of course he is. She mentions, I heard he's carrying he has a child that they're after or something like that, and then he had seen Baby Yoda, didn't know what that was about, but now he puts it together. So he kills her, and it's kind of like this moment is like, wow, this guy's a little more sinister than you thought, because he'd just been kind of the butt of the joke of it, but now he's really greedy for this shot, and he says, well, if Mando is the bigger mark here, then and if the child he has is so valuable, which he's kind of stupid, he shouldn't have waited on Mando there, I mean, he's still a young Doofus, but he managed to outfox the assassin who underestimated him, that's which the mistake. She beat him so easily in the fight, and then Mando comes to her rescue. She just figured, I'll take this guy. But he wasn't that stupid. He realized if he took the handcuffs off of her, she'd kill him. And so he just blew her away. And then he makes his move. But Mando is a lot smarter than he is and gets the drop on him. Of course, he's dead. And the ship's repaired and everything's happy again, huh? So you get little Star Wars treats. You get your Old West story and adventure, and a very simple and basic story, and you get a little tease. After this one, Mando and Baby Yoda are safe again for the moment, and the ship's repaired, and they make their escape. Some mysterious somebody who I'm not sure, but it kind of looked like another Mandalorian walking upon the corpse of the assassin, and what's that about? So all well done, a lot of simplicity with some little nods here and there that gives it a little more depth and perhaps a bit of complexity of whatever the overall mystery is, because the overall mystery is, of course, Baby Yoda. Is he a clone or what have you, and what are these ex-Imperial people on the run up to, and why did they want him, and all this sort of thing, and it might lead to a greater story. But it's all really good stuff, and a lot there to feast upon for your average Star Wars fan. Unlike the main Star Wars stuff, which, what are you going to do? It is what it is. But Mandalorian, just when I was thinking this one I was going to say was probably the weakest of them, I don't think I can conclude that so much now, because it kind of saves itself at the end there. And just rolling right along. And I guess there's only 3 episodes left. And that's, again, very wise. Especially if you don't really have the material for more episodes, then you start to stretch these out and you ruin what you got. So, basic adventure, a little mystery here and there, a little intrigue. I want you to keep coming back. All very simple. Well, I'm sure it's kind of hard to come up with ideas and make it all work and everything. I'm not saying it was easy, but a lot of overthinking things can ruin things too. It kind of, you mess up the recipe. And what Mandalorian achieves this, and makes it look easy, which shames other aspects of Star Wars these days that I could drone on about. But oh God, why bother? We all know it, don't we? And it's all very sad, but there it is. Anyway, Mandalorian the Gunslinger, another episode in this series that just quietly and simply inspires a little hope for Star Wars. Thank you for watching and listening. Say, why not like and subscribe, and check out that link description below. That'll take you to my mini stores that have plenty of goodies for you. Yeah, that's right, you. And don't forget to also subscribe to me on BitChute because, well, you just never know if this platform will continue here. You just don't. And for watching, we'll do it again soon. Bye-bye.